Hey everybody, this is the fourth here, and in this video I wanted to introduce you to Convolution Reverb. Convolution Reverb plugins are pretty cool because they basically allow you to sample reverb. So you could actually record the reverb that occurs in a real space or just the reverb from other plugins in your digital audio workstation, or hardware reverb effects such as plate or spring reverbs, and use that reverb in your song. Now in this video I'm not going to go into a whole lot of depth about convolution reverb because there's quite a bit to know about it, and there are a ton of different things you can do and different recording practices for recording different impulse responses and stuff. And all of that, it's really cool and it's really something that may be worth knowing about. But in this video, I mainly wanted to just introduce you to convolution reverb and give a very basic explanation of how it works. So the way convolution reverb works is you take a recorded or generated impulse response. This could be a sampled reverb from a real room, or a number of different things. And you load that into your convolution reverb, and it will apply that reverb to your sound. So in FL Studio, you have the Fruity Convolver, which is a convolution reverb plugin. And you can browse through some impulses that already come with FL Studio by clicking on the Impulses folder in FL Studio. Or if you have the Fruity Convolver loaded up, you can just click on this icon right here and it will open that automatically. And then you have a few different categories to choose from, real spaces, so let's say I wanted to put this sound in a swimming pool. I can load up the swimming pool impulse and put it in the convolver and then play my sound. And I can do this with other reverb impulses as well. And so you can really kind of choose a very nice sounding reverb impulse to add onto your sounds in your production. And I really like convolution reverb. I've been using the Fruity Convolver quite a bit in my productions, just because I really like having the ability to just choose a reverb sound and already know what it's going to sound like without really having to adjust any knobs. And it also lets me get different kind of reverb sounds that I might not be able to get with the Fruity Reverb 2 or the Fruity Reverb. So you can use the impulses that are already in FL Studio, or you can search online for convolution reverb impulses and find a ton of different sampled reverbs. Some people have sampled spring hardware reverbs and plate hardware reverbs, which are really popular and people really like the sound of those. So that allows you to use them in a digital audio workstation by using a convolution reverb plugin. So really, I just wanted this to be a very quick video about the idea of convolution reverb. And I really think it is quite a great thing. If you want to learn more about convolution reverb and how to record impulses from real spaces or just anything like that, I definitely recommend you look into that, search it online or whatever. And you do have quite a bit of control over the impulse as well using the Fruity Convolver. You have your EQ, you have stretch, and different kinds of settings. but I won't be covering those in this video. I will have a link to where you can find out more about specifically the fruited convolver in the description. If you plan to use a different Convolution Reverb plugin, that's something you might look up or just check in the manual. So yeah, I personally really like the idea of Convolution Reverb, and I like to be able to download different impulses online and just, use any really smooth impulse samples that I get, or just things that really sound good to me. And maybe you'll want to use a convolution reverb in your projects, or maybe you'll be fine sticking to more algorithmic reverbs. But convolution reverb is definitely something worth checking out and worth playing with to see if you like it or not.